Hi, Tim Sales here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the #1 hidden objection that keeps people frozen. And it's probably going to be the objection that's the basis of all objections. This video is pretty much dependent upon you having watched the #1 reason people don't want to join network marketing, okay? It was the last video that I did in this series. And so make sure that you watch that because there's a lot of foundational content there. This is going to be a very quick video here. So when somebody states, I'm not good at sales, well, what's the basis of that? Like, where is that? Well, I have been teaching people this for 2 years straight, okay? You generate a lead, you contact a lead, you set an appointment, you show them a presentation, you follow up, and you get a customer or a rep, you serve them, and you make money. That's what I've been teaching. And I've kept doing it over and over and over and over because I'm trying to take the mystery out of network marketing or real estate or influencers or anything else, okay? So when somebody says, I'm not good at sales, I would ask the question, which part? And that's going to kind of get them to like come out of that closet that they've always said to themselves or always thought about themselves, or when some guy tried to pitch them on something and wouldn't shut up and kept bugging them and pushing them, or they bought something they shouldn't have bought. Any of those experiences that the person might have had that now they're harboring that and they say, I don't want to be that, right? Whatever it is, it's like, I want to break it down so that they can start looking at what the process is. And then if they had a bad experience and I said, okay, so what happened in that presentation? I'll walk them through it. Oh, well, that's not really the way a professional salesperson works. A professional salesperson is going to put the quantity of leads across the pipeline in front of that presentation. Or in that presentation may be themselves, it may be a video. And so that's where I'm going to walk that person out of what part of these are you not good at? Okay, so, well, I tried it somewhere, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, tell me about that. And so as you're listening, really listening, not pretending to listen, but really listening, what you're listening for is which one of those did they get hung up on? There's one of them or more that they got hung up on, okay? All right, what about somebody says most fail? And then I say, at what? They're like, network marketing. And I go, well, what part of network marketing? What part of network marketing most people fail? See, in other words, they're looking at it as this blob, you know, this big, giant, like, hairy spider, right? The whole thing, right? Well, hang on a minute now. Let's divide it up. Is it you don't like the way they generate the leads? You don't like it the way that they contact them? You know, yeah, I keep getting spammed. All right, well, we now know what we don't want to do, right? You know, that's how I walk people through the conversation. Let me go to the next one here. Only a few succeed at what? Network marketing. You know, like, dang it. And I'm like, okay, well, these are the components that make up the doing of network marketing. So what part of it is everybody failing at? Or a few succeeding at? What part? And they say, well, they don't even make minimum wage. Oh, you're talking about the outcome. So what happened before the outcome of money? Well, how many people saw the presentation? Maybe the presentation was bad. Well, maybe it's how they set the appointment. Maybe it was something that they didn't contact. Maybe they didn't even ever do this. Maybe whatever the number is that they're quoting, maybe they never even did this. So, well, of course you're going to fail. You know, you fail at swimming if you don't jump in the pool, right? Like, so if they're not doing it, then they're not doing it. So, of course, they're going to fail. And you know, my favorite, it doesn't work. It. What's it? It. Network marketing. Oh, all of it? Yeah, all of it. Well, can you find one part that it most doesn't work? You know, like I'm trying to pull them into looking instead of looking at the greasy spider. Okay? Hairy, greasy spider. Okay. See, like once you get them looking at this, it's too logical for them. And so it kind of like breaks that blob up into being able to actually see, well, what part? Okay. So in reference to the video that I did before, if you have this logical conversation with somebody, then if they still just fight and they won't look, you've got your clue. All right? They're not interested. Okay? If they do start to kind of break it open and start looking at each column and looking, then you get it, right? So I want to say it again. I've been inching up on this for a long, long time. Okay? And I've been, in essence, trying to solve it for everybody who's watching without letting you know what I was doing. So the biggest one was when I did the real estate agent, comparing to real estate agent. And I said, what does it take to get one real estate agent? I just kept saying, what does it take to get, I'm not one agent. What does it take to get, for a real estate agent to get one customer, right? It's one person to buy a house. What would have to happen? Well, I guess it would be that they got to show the house, right? Okay, well, how are they showing the house? Well, they put a sign out. Okay, well, that's generating leads. Okay, good. Well, what if they don't sell one house? So they went all the way through, 700,000 people go through, and there is only 7% that come out the other side. And so you say, what did they obviously not do? And you try to find it on here. So that's the secret, guys, is that you can break it into another industry than network marketing to help them see it. And that's what I've done for you in the comparisons, is that for somebody to not be able to sell one house, they didn't put enough quantity of prospects in front of the house. That's it. It's all it'll ever be. Okay? Any sales manager who listens to any noise is not worth their weight. Okay? So I don't listen to any noise. And so what I do is that before somebody ever joins network marketing, in other words, like they may watch a video, they may do this and that, but when I get it with them on a Zoom or in person, I'm walking them through this and I say, what does it take to get one customer? And I have them go through this. Well, I'd have to generate a lead. Good. All right. How are you going to contact them? What's easiest for you? What do you prefer? My wife, she likes to text. I like to call on the phone. Set an appointment. How do you want to do that? To see what? What do you want to sell? Right? Follow up. How many times are you willing to follow up? Minimum 7. And then you get a customer, you serve them, right? And so if they will not say, yes, Tim, I'm going to do that pipeline, then I don't sponsor them. Okay? That's my rule. So here you go. When somebody says, I'm not good at sales, there's something I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to get leads. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say on the appointment or the contact. I don't know what to send them. I don't know what to say. So when you're debugging a person or yourself who is having trouble, make sure that you have these concepts in your mind. All right. So you have to start with your lead source because that's going to determine really what you say. And so what you're sending them is also related. So the leads got to connect to the presentation. Every one of these, and this is the reason I said this objection, this specific one, is one that is underlying almost every objection that you will ever hear in network marketing. This one. And what it really is that they're saying, I don't think I can do it. I don't feel like I can do it. So when somebody, and I'm going to get into each one of these, but I just want to explain what I mean right there. If somebody says, I don't have time, and let's say they were like me in the military, and I remember saying, I don't have time. And fortunately, I had a very incredible professional salesperson. And he says, okay, Tim, you don't have time. I get that. I know you're busy. But let me just make sure that I understand this. And I had gone to a presentation. I had seen a gentleman who was making $88,000 a month. I went up and I talked to him. He was real. He was a research chemist at NIH. And he goes, so you got to meet this gentleman, and you've got time for a $31,000 a year job, but you don't have time for an $88,000 a month job. Is that what I'm hearing? And I'm like, didn't really say that. You know what I mean? Like, and so he popped me out, because sometimes you can get around pessimistic people, and then they like bring you over by little phrases that you pick up and then you put in your head. And so if I absolutely knew with certainty that I could do the pipeline, then what would stop me from saying, yes, I'm doing this? Right? That's really what my message is. So, and then on the real estate thing, this is what I typically walk somebody through. If they're so blocked by network marketing, I walk them through how real estate agents sell one home. And I get that person to tell me. All right. So I say, okay, so in order to earn $50,000, you got to sell 10 houses, and the average commission is $5,000. What does it take to sell a house? And I have them tell me. And I may nudge a little something, but I get them to walk through the process, because it breaks them out of all of the noise. So, all right. I appreciate you watching. I hope this is helpful. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. You might also consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.